Welcome, everyone. Here we all are, joined with Lama Surya this morning. Just want to let you guys know about a couple events that are coming up. You probably already know, but it's always nice to have a good reminder. There's a master class starting in, I think, 2 weekends here. How to be a bodhisattva, the 10 paramitas, from generosity to primordial wisdom. Interestingly, I think the first class that I ever did with Lama Surya Das was on this topic, not on Dzogchen at all. And I did it at Garrison Institute. And it was one of my favorite things that he has ever done to this day. I've been wanting a repeat experience of it. So I think I'm going to be joining this one. This is really great material if you don't know it. And then also later this month, I believe this is the first post-pandemic live retreat coming up in my state, California. So please consider joining that if you haven't already. Beautiful location, beautiful place to practice, and you can go so much farther with your own practice by really immersing yourself in a week-long retreat rather than just these, weekend one-offs or whatnot, great as they may be. Of course, it doesn't compare to Lama's, 6.5 years on retreat? Still don't know how anybody does that. Go ahead, Lama. I'm going to pass the torch now. You guys don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from him. So I'm going to pass it over.
Oh, we want to, Kevin. Thanks very much for telling us about your first workshop or whatever it was at Garrison Institute on how to be a bodhisattva and the 10 Panacea virtues, the paramitas, the bodhisattva code, as I like to call it, how to be a mensch and a leader today, enlightened leader, servant leader, visionary leader. So good morning, everybody. Nice to see you all. And a beautiful autumn day it is here, at least in New England, where I live. Pilgrim State, the Puritan State, Massachusetts. Let's have a moment of silence for all those suffering at the ravages of war, aggression, greed in the Ukraine, in Africa, in the Middle East and elsewhere, in Syria, etc. And also keeping in mind, friend of Tibet, very helpful, the late senator from California, Dianne Feinstein, perhaps the first female governor or mayor or senator from California. Hard to keep track. Great woman of service, public service. Was very kind to the Dalai Lama and the Tibet cause in Congress. And we all have to die sometime, but who's going to live and be so service-oriented? So including all in our prayers and practices and sterling intentions today, opening our hearts and minds. A moment of silence, co-meditating, intermeditating into being with one and all. And happy new Jewish year for those who follow that 5,000-year-old calendar. This is the year 5,000 and a few hundred and something, which I can't remember. So many. Doesn't matter. We're still here together. Practicing Tikkun Olam, restoring the original goodness, rebalancing the disharmony of this broken world, regathering the scattered light. Tikkun Olam. Love to one and all. May this be a great year, a better year, a good year for each of us and all of us together and all beings, not just the Jews or the human beings or the Americans, all beings, seen and unseen, with whom we are inseparably interconnected, all beings who more or less want and need the same as we do, but are pursuing it through different ways. All sentient, all motherly sentient beings, as it says in the Tibetan prayers, all beings who have been like our parents through so many past lives and brought us up and introduced us to the world, did everything for us to survive. Or, as some translators like to put it, all grandmotherly sentient beings. For them that got mother issues still, all grandmotherly sentient beings. One family to infinite lifetimes. May we all together complete the spiritual journey in the light, to the light, as the light, lightening up and enlightening up, for a better future to be possible for us and all our descendants. A better future that can begin right now. Why wait? It's too late to wait. It's too early to hurry. Ngô Chen Yil Chin Chan Sam Pen Ma Gesa Dam Po La Ya Tsin Chu Ging Dru Nye Pen Ma Jan Ne She Su Dra Ko Du Kandra Man Po Ko Kie Ki Je Su Da Tru Ki Shing La Chi She Su So Guru Pema Siddhi Hum Ma Hum Oma Hum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum Oma Hum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum Oma Oma Hum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Buddha bless us, guide us, awaken us. Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Lotus Guru, illumine us, empower us. Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Help purify us, transform the world for the better. Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. May the Buddha's blessings ever awaken and illumine our minds. May the Enlightened One's blessing and inspiration ever unfold our good hearts. May the inconceivable blessing of wakefulness itself, awakening itself, enlightenment, dispel the momentary illusion we've ever been separate, inadequate, incomplete, or apart. and homage to the Buddha, the divine, the goddess, the light in your seat. Don't overlook them. Ah, how sweet it is to arrive at last, here and now. I don't know where we think we've been, but coming into here and now, collecting and gathering ourselves, recollecting ourselves, which is one of the meanings of mindfulness in the original Buddhist languages, Drenpa, Smriti, recollectedness, remindfulness, remembering what we're doing while we're doing it, and in the best sense, who or what's, quote, doing. It occurs to me that's the ultimate recollectedness or remindfulness, being reminded by ourselves of who's doing what around here, who's here, who's, let me guess, sitting, who's breathing, who's being, who's trying to meditate, who's on first, as Laurel and Hardy said, or maybe it was Abbott and Costello. Check it out. Google it. Who's on first? One of the great American koans of the 20th century. Who's who and what's what? Try and discern the real from the unreal. Small egocentric self from Buddha nature, the divine self, the Jesus heart, the Buddha mind, whatever you call it. Subtle discernment comes in handy here. Not just breath watching or breath counting. Self-inquiry. Who's experiencing? Who's hearing right now? Who's on first? Who am I? Ramana Maharshi called it the title of his book, The Classic of Self-Inquiry, by the Indian saint Ramana Maharshi. Who am I? Assume your Buddha seat. Who do you think you're not? Let go. Let things come and go. Let it settle. Let be. So easy, so free. Or should I say simple and free, not always so easy, since we're a little complicated. This breath, only breath. This moment, the only moment. Imaho, way to go. Imaho, wondrous, amazing, awesome, miraculous. Who gave birth to all this? It's hardly our doing, although karmically speaking, we sow what we reap what we sow. Still, this life, this day, this breath's a miracle. I don't remember doing it, making it, creating it. Appreciation, gratitude, or just wonder. Wonderment is the basic outlook of the juicy great perfection, Dzogchen, the luminous great completeness, the natural great perfection, Dzogchen. Wonderment, not being jaded and think you know it all or seen it all already, but more innocent, like a child's eyes, untarnished by concepts, learning and socialization. Just what that? Every moment fresh, like the virgin snow. the image of innocence or pure dawn. Trungpa Rinpoche called the ever-rising great eastern sun of wakefulness. Ever-rising, never setting, always there. Like the inner light, the divine light, the clear light, as Dalai Lama calls it. A Buddha-ness, a Buddha nature. Even shadows are nothing but light. Check it out, science students. Lighten up. On lightening up. Gaze in the light, into the light, become the light, be light. Light the light. And illumine the way for oneself and others. This breath only breath, this moment only moment, nowness awareness, the true Buddha within. Just sitting, just breathing, just being. Free, at ease, authentic, just being ourselves, nothing to do more than that. Letting everything go. Just being with a capital B plus, naked awareness, pristine awareness with a capital A plus, pure presence, right, Buddha mind. Right here and now. Imaho. Eureka. Hallelujah. Amen. And enjoy the joy of non-meditation, undoing the habit of overdoing. Beyond meditation, just being, whether you're sitting, standing, or walking, lying down, hitchhiking. Hopefully you're not texting, but whatever, it's all part of it. Enjoy the joy of natural meditation in the great perfection of things left just as they is. Imaho. The five mandala of the great perfection. What a relief, what a release. Sit or get off this pot. Thank you. Emo. Way to go. Just sitting, just breathing, just being present, attentive, mindful rather than mindless, aware. Buddha said, in seeing, there is just seeing, nothing to look at, nothing to look for, and no one seeing it. In hearing, just hearing, nothing to listen to, no one hearing it. Pure process. Enjoy the show. Let it come and go. Let it go. Emo. Return to the flow. Just flow. Let go. Let be. Enjoy the joy of meditation. Calm, relaxed, open and aware, incandescently present, cultivating luminous, senseless openness, awakefulness, pure presence. Rigpa. Ah, the seed syllabus Dzogchen. Ah, first letter of the Sanskrit and Tibetan alphabet. Ah, exhaling, releasing, open, aware. The shortest of the Mahayana sutras in Sanskrit is known as the Ah Sutra. Check it out. That's the title. And that's the whole sermon or sutra, scripture spoken by Buddha. Ah, sums it all up. The principle of release, exhalation, openness, hard to inhale or think while you're exhaling. Ah, be the Wizards of Oz. Look behind the screen and see who's doing what around here. Who's responsible? Who, as oneself, who am I? Who dies, as Stephen Levine says, the title of his great book on self-inquiry and death. Who dies? Who lives? Who am I? Who is oneself? Who? 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 The big eyes of the wise owl looking into such things. Ah. Om Tare 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 So Ham Tare 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 So Ham Tare 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 So Ham Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare So homage to Tara, the female Buddha, womb of all enlightenment. Om Tare Tare So mother of all the Buddhas. Om Tare Tare So protector, guardian, goddess of Tibet, of the high ground within us all. Om Tare Tare Turiye. So Om Tare Tare Turiye. So Om Tare Tare Today, so how tare to tare today, so home tare to tare today, tare to tare today. Tara green, emerald green, like Mother Earth. Tare to, tare to the called the swift responder to prayers, first responder. Om tare to, tare to the so. Om Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare So Om Tare turn this way. Om Tare Tare So hear our cry, hear our prayers. Om Tare Tare So Tara heed us, heal us, help us, holify us, hold us. Om Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare So lift us up in the light. Om Tare Tare So purify us, purifying all, transform us, transforming all, transforming the world. Om Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare So Om Tare Tare Tudye Soham Tare Tu Tare Tudye Soham Tare Tu Tare Tudye Soham. Oh, Holy Mother Tara, Adiatara, Jetson Drama, the Liberatress, guide us, teach us, point out the way, remove all obstacles, clear the path, lift us up in the light, one with you and with all. May your liberating Buddha activity and altruistic compassion and action come through us and into this world for the boundless benefit of one and all. Om Tare Tutare Tari Swaha. Tara, we love you. Thank you. Imahu. I have a Tara prayer around here that I wrote a long time ago. I think it was in a 3-year retreat. Who can remember? This is our Kuntazampo Nundro. Let's see. Tara, Tara, come out wherever you are. Or with Buddhas, it's more like with a Buddha here and a Buddha there, here a Buddha, there a Buddha, everywhere a Buddha. Old MacDormand had a farm, Imaho. And on that farm, he had some Dharma, Imaho. You're not finding it today. Tara is the female Buddha, often imagined as green, like Mother Earth, like spiritual chlorophyll of bodhicitta, green, life giving. Also, there's the white Tara of longevity, deathless ease, white Tara, Chintamani, Chakra Tara, the pure white mandala of deathless peace. Actually, there's 21 Taras in the general pantheon of Mahayana deities, 21 Taras, black Tara, red Tara, yellow Tara, purple Tara, and so on, each having different characteristics or special abilities, cities, powers to help, to heal, to purify, to remove obstacles, to protect, and so on. I see a message here from our Sangha leader, Leslie, and I believe it's probably going to show the Tara prayer, what page it's on. Let's see what she says. Leslie's always got our back. So this is what Leslie says. Here's the Tara prayer, folks. I guess I'm going to read it out since we can't easily put it on the board. The way it looks here, maybe it's in the prayer book. I really can't remember. I thought it was in the Nundro book. I'm just going to read it out. O Holy Mother Aryatara, Jetsandroma, the Liberatress, please lead me, us, on the way of great liberation. Remove all obstacles and hindrances to swift accomplishment of all our sterling aspirations. Fulfill all wishes, prayers, aspirations, relieve all sufferings and confusion. Dispel all fears, anxieties, and hesitations, and protect me, us, from doubt. Empower me, us, as a benefactor, as a healer, as a leader, spiritual leader, as a liberator of beings, so that the ultimate benefit of oneself and others is quickly achieved. Infinite emerald green mandalas of magical activity emanations pervading the entire universe. May perfect enlightenment, awakefulness, and deathless bliss like yours be ours. Imaho. Thank you. Way to go, Leslie. Tara. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Tara. There are many books on Tara, many legends. There's many stories about Tara and manifestations of Tara in my collection of Tibetan teaching tales, The Snow Lion's Turquoise Mane, 150 wisdom tales from Tibet told by lamas. We love Tara. We practice Tara's mantra and meditation and visualization, Tara Tantra, becoming Tara, being Tara, acting like Tara, opening ourselves for Tara's magical emanation, liberating energy to come through us into this benighted world. Thank you, Tara. Once I did a 1 month retreat, or maybe it was 3 months, I can't remember, on Tara. Jetson Sengteng Nagi Doma Tara, the liberating Tara, green Tara of the sandalwood forest from the first Kinsi, Jamin Kinsi Wampo, Terma. What a wonderful practice that was. It removed obstacles for me getting on with things back in the 1980s. So thank you all. Nice to see you. We love Tara. Tara seems to me to be like the protector of the West, of the North America, of the West, the female ascendant. It's goddess time, folks. Love it. Any questions or sharing, please?
We don't have any questions, but with the upcoming retreat happening soon, I'm curious if you could speak briefly in the last few minutes we have left to like what you notice as a teacher, as a Lama, to some of the benefits that people get from going on retreat for a longer period of time, for say a week.
Good question, Kevin. Yes, as you alluded to before in the beginning, this is our first in-person residential, immersive, intensive meditation retreat in person. I'm going to repeat, since the pandemic. So it's 3 or 4 years. And we used to have 4, 5, 6 a year around the country. So I'm missing them. Of course, I came up through the retreat center, retreat tradition in the practice lineage, not the philosophy school or as an academic scholar practitioner, not the ritual school, but the practicing lineage, as we call Milarepa's lineage, the Rime Dribdyut, the non-sectarian practice lineage, practice and accomplishment lineage. So retreats have been very valued as a way to go deeper, not just going to church or synagogue or mosque once a week for a few hours, not just going to the Dharma Center on Monday night or Tuesday night for a couple of hours of meditating and chanting and etc., and then going to the bar afterwards, as we used to in New York, to the San Francisco Plum on, I think it was 6th Avenue or 7th Avenue, below Chelsea in the 70s. But take some time off, like get away from it all for a weekend, for a week, for a month, or for 3 years, if you like, as the Tibetan tradition has it for Lama training. So I believe in it. I got a lot out of it. You can get over the hump. You can get going. You can learn some practice and practice it enough so that you can take it home and use it and have some momentum to keep going and some basic knowledge or study teaching about it, how to guide yourself and what to read or who to talk to, who your Dharma pen pal is, as we used to call it, or your buddy or teacher or tradition. So I found retreat is a very good way to go deeper. Of course, it's a good way to start and to learn also, but these intensive silent retreats may or may not be for every beginner. Maybe it's good to go first to a half hour or 1 hour or 2 hour mindfulness class or meditation group in evenings. So there's a lot of benefits, obviously, to the silence and the simplicity and getting away from it all and not having a social persona and not having to cook, clean, shop, worry about anything except practicing and nature walks and yoga in the morning and chanting at night and things like that. And the Sangha support that we get from practicing and living together. So this retreat, the end of October, starting October 22nd at Sarah Retreat Center, a Franciscan center, a retreat center overlooking the ocean at Malibu, California. It's a great place to be. It's beautiful. So come and join us. We love it. And of course, we also have upcoming is my monthly master class going, this is the fourth season, going into all the different Buddhist subjects deeper for 2 hours at a time, once a month on Saturdays. And this month is how to be a bodhisattva, about the 10 Panacean practices, the paramitas, the perfections, the bodhisattva code, how to be an enlightened leader today. So I encourage you to join these master classes. And this one is based on my book, Buddha is as Buddha does, the 10 transformative practices of the bodhisattvas. So check it out. Kevin, have you come to intensive silent getaway retreats in the country?
Several. I was a regular at your Josh retreat. I did one Garrison. They're great. And, I think about it from the perspective of deepening the practice. It's crazy how much more profoundly you can sit in the practice and understand it and own it when you put in concentrated time. But I also think about it in the times we live in from a perspective of feels like everybody around me is increasingly reactive, and that the antidote to what the world is going through is to be less of that. So I think it's a good time to deepen that side of things as well.
Yes, I'm afraid our anti-social media is also contributing to that, but that's
yeah.
That I have. Anyway, it's a good way to get off the grid and go deeper and find some inner peace and harmony, and also the support of the group, of the Sangha, of the satsang, of the fellowship, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, as Martin Luther King called it, the beloved community is so helpful and supportive. That's why we take refuge. We rely on Buddha, enlightenment, the teacher, whatever, Dharma, the teachings, the practice path. And third, the Sangha, all equally important. The support of kindred spirits on the way. So important.
I want to say too, registration for the upcoming retreat closes on October 12th. So hop in on that if you haven't. Great time to get that concentrated practice time, but also the Sangha time and the time with Lama. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here and give you the cane, pull you off stage. Sorry, Lama. But thank you.
Lama Roger Walsh the brilliant psychiatrist, philosopher, professor Lama Roger Walsh, author, is going to be helping teach there. And he lives in California and well known to us all. So, as Buddha used to say, Ehi Pasako, come and see for yourself. Thank you. Love to one and all. Yes, Kevin, you can finish.
Thank you all for being here. See you next weekend,
Hopefully.
hopefully.